Good morning children. Class 7 Social Studies, Social Changes in Ancient India, Part 3. Now the topic today which we will study is about the social division. Now what is the social division? Social division means social grouping. Now this social grouping, it led to the caste system. And this caste system was done on the basis of division of labor. Now before starting this, I would like to again remind you who started this caste system. We studied about this in the previous video. Caste system was started with the coming of the Aryans who came from the Central Asia to India, and it started in the Vedic period. Now the four caste system which started in India with the coming of the Aryans were Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Now Brahmins means all these priests, they were the Brahmins. So they used to occupy all the, they used to do all the prayer ceremonies and all such things, and look after the temples, and so they were mainly related with all such things. Then the Kshatriya caste means the warriors. They were the warriors and they used to protect the community and the people, and they were very strong. And then the Vaishyas, they were the cultivators. That means, for example, the farmers, the merchants, the traders. And then came the Shudras. The Shudras, they were with the menial jobs. That means the sweepers who used to clean the toilets, and sweepers and all such things. Now you see, at that time there was the ceremony, even now also it is there in India, that is the Upanayana ceremony. Now this ceremony, it was performed by the Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, but not the Shudras. So the Shudras were, you can say, they were also called the untouchables and all. And at the end of this later Vedic period, this caste system became more rigid. So as the time passed by, people became more rigid with this caste system, and so they started believing more in the superstitious belief. And this Brahmin caste, which was on the topmost caste, they had an undue influences on the people, and so people always used to take that whatever the Brahmins and the priests they say, that is always correct. So this type of thinking people they had in the community. Now again a new caste system emerged in the society with the help of the new occupations. Now in the Rig Vedic period, it is said that the women, they holded the better positions. Now why it is told that the women, they holded a better position? Because women attended assemblies and they were very good scholars. They offered sacrifices along with their husbands. But in the later Vedic period, it is told, but in the later Vedic period, the status of the women was not that good. They were just taken as general and they occupied a lower position in the society. Now it is also told that during Gupta's time, Indian caste system was further divided into smaller and more subgroups which were known as jatis. So in the Gupta's time, this caste system was again further divided into jatis. Now this jati is a Sanskrit word which means bird. Now each jati had traditional job functions. So again from the caste system, it was further divided into jati, and this jati was divided on the basis of religious belief and linguistic groupings. And so on these two bases, this jati was divided. Now again there were some 4 rules and regulations which were set up in the society. Now let us go through what were the 4 rules and regulations. Now 4 general kinds of regulations came into existence during this period. Number 1 is your commensality. Now what is this commensality? Whom one could eat with or take food from, only your caste or higher. Now suppose a Brahmin in any ceremony cannot sit with a Shudra and have food. So there was no equality. But a Vaishya can sit with a Brahmin, because Vaishya is not the highest community but the Brahmin. But a lower caste person can sit with a higher caste person and have the meal and all. But a higher caste person, suppose the Brahmin cannot sit with a Shudra or a Kshatriya cannot sit with a Vaishya. So this type of grouping system was there, and it was very rigid during that time. Again regarding the matrimonial, now the marriage system. Now hypergamy and hypogamy was most into practice. Hypergamy means a man of higher caste cannot marry a woman of lower caste, and a woman of higher caste cannot marry a man of lower caste. Again regarding the trade, Your trade, you could only practice the trade of your group. Now suppose trade means, suppose for example a farmer's son, he cannot become a sweeper or he cannot become a priest. So you can see that even in this also part there was a division. Then the guilds. Now these guilds were based on the caste or this jati line. Now this guilds, as it is told, this is the association of merchants or traders. So this was also, here also there were some rules and regulations, and the caste system was prevalent. Now in the next topic we will study about the caste distinction in medieval India.